Or the bad baseball team gets the bases loaded and can't deliver the hit with no one out. And the other team, the other player comes up with a big shot, and Federer's done just that.
This guy has proven to be a real solid challenger and a legit 3 in the world. And quite probably the second best hardcore player in the world as we speak.
The winner off that backhand wing of Federer. There's his shoes with the 3 Swiss flags to denote his 3 U.S. titles. The RF on the tongue of the shoe initials. And he's gone for the style.
40.
Federer hadn't found his serve quite yet early in that second set. He's found it now. He's going to look to put some real pressure on Djokovic. He wasn't able to get it done early in the second. Got down a break, but still won that second set. He's going to get his head here early in the third. Holds it low.
And now the pursuit of perfection presented by Lexus. Who else? Roger Federer. He is pursuing perfection.
People would dream to play, half of what he's capable of, what he does, even when he's not at his best. But look at this backhand to win a set. So you could argue that we've seen him play better. Yeah, we all know the sign of a great champion is when you handle adversity, win when you're not playing your best, and he's getting better now. The serve is on fire at the moment.
Can't help but think, John, of the Wimbledon final where it appeared that Rafael Nadal had his number, won easily that 4th set, 2 sets all, and then had Federer at 15-42 service games in that 5th, and Federer found a way out and went on to win yet another Wimbledon championship.
The bad news for the demoralized Djokovic is that now that Federer's secured those first couple of sets, he's going to relax. And that's when he really starts to show you what he can do with the tennis ball. And Djokovic had every chance in the world to be up 2 sets against this guy.
That is the shot he hasn't learned to handle. Unsure of positioning, what to do with this ball. He's normally a 2-handed player. And he never looked like he really had a chance there.
You have a feeling he'll learn how, don't you think?
True. I agree with that.
Yeah, it'd be interesting a year from now how much more his game might improve.
And Djokovic makes no secret of the fact that from the time he was young, he's wanted to be 1 in the world. This isn't a guy who's, just looking to make a nice living off of this game. It takes guts to even say that out loud.
It's good.
It takes hard work for him to have gotten so good so young.
And he adds, I'm really confident. I hope I'm not arrogant, but that's my goal. He respects the fact that Federer's 1, Nadal's number 2. But he likes his progress as the number 3 player to move in and make it a threesome. And Federer takes a long look. Will he challenge? Yes.
Mr. Federer is challenging the call on the left baseline.
At 16, he's moved up all the way to 3.
Chase review. How quiet it is here. Now the fans.
There's not a lot Djokovic needs to change with his game. Positioning.
Call is overturned.
He's
40-30.
got a lot of tools already. Serve is great.
He's mentally sharp, isn't he, John?
Very much so. Very fit. Got good flexibility. Body's resilient. Just got to learn to finish off guys a little bit sooner. Sometimes he gets out there, stays out there longer than he should or needs to. And you see how it's cost him here. I mean, he's had 7 set points, 5 in the first, 2 in the second. He's behind still. And this is where Federer's looking to put him away. You gotta
Crowd reacting to one of the ball kids that had trouble collecting a loose ball.
Federer's not yet gotten totally comfortable with the pace that comes off that Djokovic racket. Huge round strokes.
Djokovic 1-all.
Djokovic has played an awful lot of tennis to get to this championship match. And that's something Roger Federer spoke about his own play. He said one of the reasons why he's done so well while he's won so many majors is that he doesn't have what he called, you know, a lot of stupid 5-setters. Doesn't spend himself early, loses legs before he really needs them as the matches get tougher.
8th ace.
One time Djokovic has come from 2 sets to love down. And this is not Guillermo Garcia Lopez.
Like the man that he's chasing, Pete Sampras, who has 14 singles titles, Grand Slam to his 11. He's very quick on the service line. He gets the ball, a couple of bounces, and let's play.
You'll see he's so relaxed now that the rhythm is just coursing through his service action.
Since the 20s, Bill Tilden won 6 in a row. Federer trying to make it 4 in a row. That would be only the second man in history to compile 4 consecutive U.S. Open titles, or U.S. titles. Very briefly, we saw another name on there, John McEnroe with 4, and Connors and Sampras with 5. His way through it has made it special indeed. Leads by 2 sets, 1-2 in the third. Djokovic trying to fight back, has played brilliantly at times. Closing in on 2 hours for the match. Pancho Gonzalez, I didn't see all of that graphic. The last man to win the title from 2 sets down. Go all the way back to Richard Pancho Gonzalez.
So from all of us, it's EBS. Good night.
1949. Talk about a man with a big serve.
Let some frustration out in this game. Some big serving. And we've seen that good part of this match. Just not when he really needed it, when he could have served out that first set.
And he holds it low, 2-all. Boy, these sets are taking a familiar pattern.
2 games all third set.
Federer falling behind in both of the first 2 sets, but just playing out the finish so magnificently. And there's a great backhand from Djokovic.
He's a little bit out of position, Federer. Didn't hit it as clean as he would have liked, which allowed Djokovic to find that opening. Conditions have cooled off, and that should help Djokovic too.
And a double fault from Federer's end, his third. And a love 30 opening for Djokovic, who took the lead in that first set when he broke Federer at 5-all, then serving for the set, had 40 love, 5 set points, and then finally lost that game and the tiebreak.
Lo and behold, he's at love 40. A great run for him.
Love 40.
Father of Roger Federer, Robert. Mom Lynette is here as well. They don't sit side by side.
He gets a little too jumpy for her. He's always talking. Well, Federer's only been down love 40 on his serve once the whole tournament. That's his mom, Lynette. She's a lot calmer out there, a lot more like Roger. Right behind his dad. He came out of that love 40 game, by the way. It was against Feliciano Lopez in the 4th round. But that serving swing he had going so well, maybe now he's just a little too mellow at this stage in this championship.
Staying on that backhand.
Like, and he didn't hit it, Djokovic. You call that a rookie mistake, but he's been around it for a couple of years.
Looking at his box, should I
Mr. Djokovic is challenging the call.
And he's going to challenge
after that.
Sure looked good from this end.
Federer, when he was down love 40, won 35 straight service points after that.
And the chase review on the line.
The wind seems to have died down an awful lot. So perhaps Djokovic was counting on something that wasn't, it's really no longer part of this match.
Here we go again from love 40 to 30-40. Djokovic does get a second serve. This is incredible how these 3 sets have had the same confirmation. Djokovic with opportunity and just can't deliver, and the error is coming off the backhand wing. Can't help but feel his pain. Federer, knowing that more errors are flying off that backhand wing, he plays right to that side of Djokovic. The opportunities have been there, obviously. Did that catch the center line? Djokovic is taking a long look, and he's going to challenge. There was a challenge, and here is the chase review, and to show you how Djokovic must feel, that ball is just in, and that's the way life has gone for him, as he had the opportunity again, love 40, and could not break Federer, and he is now out of challenges here in the 3rd set unless they go to a tiebreak where each player picks up 1. And aerial coverage of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships provided by Goodyear. This is one of those nights for Djokovic, should it continue on to a Federer victory, that he's going to remember night after night for a long time, all the chances that he has had. But that's why his opponent is number 1. Found a way to deny, deny, deny.
almost always goes to Federer's forehand or a righty's forehand when he hits his drop shot. He's got to mix it up a little bit more. He's been losing most of these points when he does it.
Not only in this championship match, but in the tournament.
He tried the other side, but he should have hit that ball. Because once he goes to that one-handed slice, Federer pretty much knows that's what he's going to do. When he beat Federer, this is the shot he hit on match point. Went to the backhand side of Federer. And he's in a hole at love 30. That's clearly a better idea there.
Look at that shot. Empire State Building with some of the low fog cover rolling in. After a low 40 chance in the last game on Federer's serve and not breaking. And then those first two missed drop shots.
That was a great play by both these two guys.
How about the Federer shot?
Well, first, just to get the ball back and the return was excellent. And then Djokovic, a huge backhand. That's an excellent attempt there. Djokovic was ready for it. To feel good about Djokovic, but he just hasn't been able to close it out. That's the part that's in that head right now.
2 for 9 on breakers, and Federer 2 chances and 2 conversions.
That's not usually a bottom line we've got. Set points won, but it's everything in this match. That is the bottom line.
Ironically, Federer didn't hit that forehand pass particularly well. Djokovic overran. He comes in here expecting Roger to hit a great low passing shot. And it was a slight mishit. It ended up working for Federer, who's now got a break point.
This is all but a match point, John.
Feel up there in Ned with what was at stake there. It's just so tough to ace this guy. Get the ball by him. He makes you work for it. Beautiful save. Dropped the first 2 points trying some drop shots, and he should be keep on doing this. He's so much better when he attacks the ball.
That's a terrific save for Djokovic. Starting at love 30 with those 2 missed droppers, and fought off a break point for 3-all. The last man to win 4 in a row here at the U.S. Championships. Big Bill Tilden back in the 20s. He went on to win 6 straight. Should Federer win tonight, he and Tilden will be the only men in history to win the United States title 4 consecutive years.
It's probably worth mentioning that back in the day when Tilden played, 3 of the 4 majors were played on grass. If that were the case now, can you imagine how many titles Federer would hold?
last event, of course, was the French Open.
Federer guessed right, and then he executed. And it's one thing to guess right. It's another thing to pull this shot off.
For those of you expecting to see 60 minutes, you're watching the men's championship final of the U.S. Open. Roger Federer and Novak Djokovic. I'm Dick Enberg along with Mary Carrillo and John McEnroe. 60 minutes will be coming up next in its entirety, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its regularly scheduled time. Roger Federer breezes through another love game. Tennis Center, Arthur Ashe Court. No breaks of serve here in the third set. Djokovic 3-4. Trailing Federer by 2 sets. Should this go to a third set tiebreak, it'll be the first time ever since 1970 when the tiebreak was introduced. There's never been 3 straight sets decided in a tiebreak at the Open.
He started to really go after that backhand late in this match, Djokovic. You can see how devastating a stroke it can be.
A lot of folks joining us for 60 minutes. Perhaps don't watch a lot of tennis. Well, why don't you stay with us? You're going to have a chance to watch a man that many feel may be the greatest player in the history of this sport. In the black outfit in the near court, Roger Federer. He's aiming at his 11th Grand Slam singles title to tie number 2 all time.
30.
And he's not playing anywhere near his best tennis. Still, he's 6 points from another major title.
He has 11. He's aiming for 12. Roy Emerson with 12. Sampras 14, the all-time leader. No one has ever won the Wimbledon U.S. combination 3 times in a row. Federer has. He's going for 4 straight. A rare human moment for the 3-time reigning champion.
No, he's feeling it. Look, this is where you can expect Roger to get a little bit tight. The beginning of a match and towards the end when he knows that it's one more step towards all-time greatness.
Federer's longtime girlfriend and manager Mirka reacting. And the double fall to deuce. Federer has been the #1 player in the world 188 consecutive weeks. No man nor woman has ever held that top position that many consecutive weeks.
Djokovic has got a big serve, and he's only has 4 aces this entire match. It shows you how great and underrated Federer's return game is. That return a little bit too short.
A reminder, 60 minutes, except on the West Coast, will be here on CBS immediately following the conclusion of this match and the trophy presentation. Djokovic with a hold for all. All-time career major titles. Pete Sampras with 14, his 14th here at the U.S. Open. Emerson, the great Aussie, 12. Federer currently tied with one of his idols, Rod Laver, and Bjorn Borg with Bill Tilden, 10 titles back in the 1920s. Federer trying to move into a tie for second place. He's fought from behind in both set wins. Djokovic with golden opportunities to win both those sets. He had 5 set points in the opening set. He had 2 more set points in the second set. But this man just wouldn't allow him in.
That was 5 set points serving.
At 6-5 in the opening set. Both the sets going to tie breaks that were won by Federer.
He seems to hold that ball.
30.
Hits it from a place you don't expect it, and it generates incredible speed on that forehand.
Mother of Roger Federer, Lynette. Both players supported by their mothers and fathers here at the largest stadium in tennis, Arthur Ashe Stadium, almost 24,000 strong. Federer, who rarely double faults, 4 today. The last time both men and women #1 seeds won this championship 11 years ago. Pete Sampras on the men's side, Steffi Graf on the ladies' title. Justine Henin, the #1 player in the world from Belgium, won easily last night over Svetlana Kuznetsova. And Federer inside out, holds it love, 4-5, third set. Federer just a game away from raising the trophy. Incredible weeks of weather here in New York. No rain at all, as play has not been interrupted, and it's been brilliant, as one would expect, as the greatest in the world are here vying for this final major title of the tennis season. 60 minutes next, except on the West Coast. Stay with us as Djokovic trying to stay with this championship match, serving at 4-5, trailing by 2 sets. Young man, 20 years of age, from Serbia. First Grand Slam final. And although he's not been able to produce the big point when he had the lead late in the set and a chance to possibly defeat this world #1, he has given indication that he is all of a star on the rise. That's what we mean, folks. Ballet from Federer.
This drop shot here was excellent.
15-all.
He caught this ball, really pushed it cross court, and this is not an easy shot at the end of a long point. He's got a lot of upper body strength. He works so hard physically to get himself in this type of condition.
Now 3 points from the title.
Body is amazingly resilient. I don't think he's missed a Grand Slam event in 6 or 7 years. This is his 10th straight final in a Grand Slam.
Previous record was 7. Jack Crawford, an Australian in the 1930s.
Look at that return. That was like the one we saw with Roddick a couple of matches ago. That was 128. It seemed like the return came back just as fast. He hadn't even gotten close, Djokovic, to the service line.
Fastest serve of the match from Djokovic, and he can't bring the point. Comes back there, slides one outside for his 5th ace. Point for 5-all. Pythagorean.
You talk about a guy that can do it all. Look at this angle from Djokovic. And he tops it, Federer.
She's seen it all, Mirka, the girlfriend, but that's pretty good right there. Back to deuce. Again, Federer just 2 points away.
He goes for an ace there. It's match point for Federer.
Championship point for 4 in a row. A dozen titles. A stroke away. This big sellout crowd came to see more history, and Federer trying to oblige.
He's going to go down. He wants to go down swinging. And he makes you earn it, Federer.
Another championship point for Roger Federer. Champion again, Roger Federer. Second most major titles, tying Roy Emerson in tennis history. He knows he has survived a tough fight from the 20-year-old Serbian phenom, who had 2 chances to win the first 2 sets and take a lead. 5-set points first set, 2-set points second set. Couldn't deliver. Federer denies and has earned another U.S. Open title, 4 in a row, as the fans salute young Djokovic, and they'll look forward to seeing his return to New York. We have another star on the tennis scene in this 20-year-old from Belgrade. We'll visit with Roger Federer in just a moment.